Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another Friday Gastlecast, where we have another interviewee that's going to be coming on with us. The Pop Professor. It's going to be exciting. We've been looking forward to this all week. He is a great guy. I talked to him for a few minutes before this, and we watched a couple of his videos. And if you haven't watched his videos, you should totally watch his videos because they are awesome. But without further ado, let's bring him on. And it looks like things are going slow. Do you notice this?
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I thought that you test things before we
start.
start.
I did test it, and everything looked fine. And look, here we are. Everything's all screwed up again.
We're exactly where we are, like every time.
Well, thanks a lot, Heather. Thanks a lot. So, without further ado, without this being so screwed up that we look really slow and we're moving around really slow, the Pop Professor. He's here. Welcome.
Hey.
What's happening?
How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Great. Glad to be here and really grateful to hang with you guys a little bit tonight. So thanks a lot for inviting me onto the show.
Absolutely. Well, we've watched you kind of grow, over a period of time. And when you contacted us and you said you wanted to come on with us, we were pretty excited about that. And that's kind of what this has all been about, getting the name out there for some folks that are trying to grow. And we're trying to grow, and helping other people. Helping other people helps us grow. So it's a great thing, right?
Yeah, I think that's been one of my favorite parts about getting the YouTube channel going is since I started my channel, I've come across so many other channels that I otherwise didn't even know existed. I actually found you guys' channel when you interviewed Wes from Poppin' Off Toys. I'm in Knoxville, and he's across down the road in Nashville. And just having the channel really helps find other folks that are interested in the same things. And yeah, it's been a fun ride so far, that's for sure.
So how long have you been doing this whole YouTube channel thing?
I just started around the beginning of the year, so just a few months.
Okay.
It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I've had my Instagram page for a little while, longer than that, but just decided over the holidays that I'd finally get it up and running and just give it a shot. And as you guys know, there's a bit of a learning curve to getting into it, but I've had a lot of fun so far. The last few weeks have been pretty rough because work has been really busy, but you just come back to it and keep it rolling, and you definitely earn a lot more respect for the folks who have been doing this for a long time and stay really steady with it. It's a lot of fun, but it definitely takes time,
It does take time.
So.
Posting, editing, keeping up with everybody, keeping up with the big guys. I mean, a lot of the big guys are constantly churning out content, and it's really hard to churn out content quite as fast as they do. But that's okay, because you got to get started somewhere, and I think what it comes down to is the likability factor of the person that is running the channel. So if you're some guy that I don't know, you don't speak very clearly or something, that might be something that kind of brings you down a little bit, doesn't get you enough views. But if you speak very clearly, you come off, you're a nice guy, you're not trying to start a bunch of drama, which a lot of these channels seem to do that, but they get a lot of views. So maybe I'm speaking out of turn here. But yeah, I mean we've kept it. We try to have fun, right? That's our main motivation.
Right.
Fun, make fun of each other, and connect with other people.
Well, I mean,
and it's brought us a long way, I think.
Whether we were on the internet or not, I would still be making fun of you. So.
Good for you, Heather. Good for you. So where did the name Pop Professor come from?
He's the professor of pops.
Okay,
that's right.
Take it easy there.
Yeah. I'm a university teacher by day, and so it kind of made a lot of sense. And it's been in the last year or two, I've gotten pretty serious about the Lego hobby. I've got a 6-year-old boy, and he and I spend a lot of time hanging out together. And so, yeah, I just kind of was looking for a channel name and ran it by a couple of my friends, and they liked it, so I kind of just rolled with it. So
I think it's a brilliant name, especially
considering
that you are really a professor. I mean, it all makes sense,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah. It's definitely a thing I identify with. I guess I spent a lot of time at school. So.
So what in God's name made you want to do this? Was it to network and connect with other people? You had mentioned that before, but was that really your main motivation?
Yeah, I actually don't know that many people in real life that are as into Funko Pops or Legos as I am. Every time folks come over to the house, they always love to look at the collection, and it's, of course, a really great conversation piece, and that part's really fun, but I actually don't know that many people. I am in a Lego club in town, as well as there's a really great small business, privately owned store called Tall Man Collectibles here in Knoxville. And Mike and Carter run that place, and they do awesome work. And they do like Funko trade shows every so often.
Awesome.
Everybody rolls up in the parking lot, and we all like walk around and trade, and it's really cool. So I do know some of those folks, but none of them are like people that I know outside of that community. And so this has been a great way to make some new friends online and share some stuff that I have fun doing when I'm not working.
Yeah, I mean that's the fun part for me too, and Heather, is that we can get a little artsy fartsy. I've never been too much into like the creating kind of realm of things like before this, and getting into this has brought out my creative and art side. Like I never thought that I would custom make like or work and mold things with clay. You know what I mean? That was like that's a brand new thing for me. And I actually really enjoy doing that.
I know you enjoy doing that.
Right. And I know you do too.
I mean, that's not what we do all the time.
No. But I'm saying doing this channel and everything has brought all of this out. Like, I don't know if I would have custom made pops and stuff.
We did that before the channel.
Did we? Was it before the channel that we made? Oh, that's right. You're right. Because we did the ghost pops. I forgot about that. Yeah.
But I was wondering where you were going with that.
But still, it still comes along with being a collector and all that kind of stuff.
It does.
You know.
Do you remember like the last couple months you've been arguing with me about not wanting to make the pops?
All right, here we go.
No, I'm just curious.
We're going down that bad road again.
I'm curious about this
right.
because off camera, okay. You've said, well, why don't I just use the head of the pop that we did?
I want to die. Just take me now. I can't handle it anymore.
But now that I actually told you, hey, there's 2 weeks until our wedding, can you please start working on your pop? You really love doing it, don't you?
I absolutely hate my life right now. Yes, you're right. I do
know.
love doing it.
It's a lot of fun.
But it's getting started. It's the same thing with anything else.
It's hard.
I'm a very big procrastinator, Heather. I'm a big procrastinator. But when I get on it, I get on it. We know that.
You're a huge procrastinator. Right. He's
get in the groove and there's no going back.
That's right. Got to get into the groove, Heather.
Just got to get it started.
He has been telling me every time I'm like stressed out and I'm like, oh, I have so much to do. I'm thinking about this and this and this and that. And I got to call this person and make sure this is right and do this and do that. He's like, well, let me know what I can do to help with the wedding. And I say, Chris, I asked you since before Christmas to get your suit. And you just got your suit in April.
Need I remind you that this is a Pop Professor interview? This is not about me.
It is.
So he's got a suit. He's going to look great. That's his
right.
job.
He's going to look fantastic.
Stand there, look nice, and be quiet.
You're going to see my curves. I got curves. I don't know if you knew that.
That's right.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. I got really small hands and wrists. It's going to be so sexy. You are not going to know what to do at the end of the night. You're going to be like, we got to get to that hotel pronto. Look at those weird wrists. They're so small and dainty. And I'll be like, yes.
Yeah, I got this mixed up. I thought he was the pop therapist, not the pop professor.
We are not interviewing the right person.
My rates are much higher for that. Sorry.
So what got you into collecting Funko Pops? I heard you mention Lego, so I'm assuming that Lego kind of led you down that path?
Lego came first, I bet. I'd put $10 on it.
Oh, Chris, you just won $10 because she's wrong. So,
oh my God, can you say that again?
No, you'll have to hit the rewind for that.
I thought you were saying she's wrong again.
I've never been wrong.
Oh my god.
So.
My pants are so tight right now after you said she was wrong.
Okay, so when did you start collecting Pops?
So it was October of 2017. There was a comic, one of the Comic Cons. I can never remember which one. It's San Diego Comic Con, I think. And we had I've got 2 kids, and one of them had just been born. And I was up all hours of the night, 2, 3 a.m. with the baby. And I kind of did this deep dive into YouTube and had been to a colleague's office for something. And he had like 5 of them on his shelf in the box. One from, pick your variety of movies and TV shows. And I was chilling in there, and I was like, wow, those things are kind of fun and cool. And I don't know what it was, but the switch just flipped hard. And next thing you know, I was out at the mall checking them out and, bringing them home in the bag loads, and came across Franklin's, Funko News, which we all love dearly. And I don't know what I'd do without him. And was watching those and trying to figure out what was what with all this stuff. And that's kind of how it got started. So my son, as I mentioned, is like super into Star Wars, and I wasn't really a big Star Wars fan growing up, but he's gotten me way into it, and so we kind of started with the Star Wars Pops in addition to some other stuff, and got that going. And then as he got a little bit older, I started doing the Lego thing with him too, which brought out. I did do a lot with Legos when I was a kid, and so just decided, you know what, I've gonna do this as much as possible because I really enjoy it and it's a lot of fun. So we have a good time. He joins me as much as he can, but it's definitely something I've taken on my own too at this point.
So it sounds
cool.
like your son is kind of the motivator in all of this.
Yeah, it was just really kind of a way to hang with him, especially the Legos, because he was getting sets and we would put them together. And the next thing you know, like, I wanted my own set to put together.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like, well, why does he get to do all the building? So no, I do like the Lego thing because it is, like you were saying, more hands-on and creative, and it's a way that he and I can really spend some time together.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they go well together. I really enjoy both hobbies and try to kind of mix them up in my displays too around the house. It's kind of fun to see what different licenses do in the different sides of the collection, and that part's really cool.
So what is your main collection? Your son likes Star Wars. What are you collecting mainly?
Yeah, I'd say our big 3 lines are Star Wars, Harry Potter, and baseball. MLB stuff. I'm a huge baseball fan, and my dad and I collected baseball cards very seriously for an extended amount of time when I was a kid.
Right.
And we would go to the Holiday Inn and go to the baseball card trade show that came through town, and we knew the owners of all the 7 or 8 different privately owned baseball card shops, and we would do our rounds each week. And he kind of funded that hobby, of course, because he was an adult and had money. But yeah, we got really into it, and so baseball is a huge passion of mine. And if you get on my channel, I'm in the middle of building a huge Lego baseball stadium, and
awesome.
That's kind of where that comes from. And so that he also kind of collecting with him was just a way we spent a lot of time together, and it was a lot of fun. So
that's cool.
That is really cool. So you're carrying something down.
Yeah, I think I got it from him for sure, and it was something we, on the weekends we'd go up in the office, and that was back in, a long time ago, but we still had our baseball card collection digitized in like an Apple software program of some kind, and we would type them in and put the cards in the sleeves. And, as you guys know, it takes a lot of work to even just keep up with the collection and curate it. And
oh, absolutely.
And so do you guys have like a spreadsheet that you use for your collection outside of like the app,
No.
I'm always curious about how people do that.
We use the Funko app. We use Pop Price Guide to start out, and then we use Stashpedia, and now it's changed over to the Funko app. So we've been sticking with the Funko app more or less, haven't we?
Well, I can't really say too much. I haven't kept up because when it switched to Funko, I lost everything.
You did? I didn't know you lost everything.
You said this the last time I told you this.
Oh, I thought you got yours
You
back.
acted surprised.
Really? I
Just
really
as surprised
honestly,
as just now.
That's okay. What?
Do you
I don't
ever
remember
pay
things.
attention to me?
I don't remember. No. And you're getting married to me. Good luck.
Oh,
Good luck,
Yeah.
Heather. We're all counting on you.
Yeah, I lost everything. So I would like to sit down and try to figure out what I used to log into Stashpedia the first time.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what you need. You on number one? Yes, that's
Sorry.
exactly what you have to do. Is you have to use your credentials.
But I thought I did the first time I logged in.
You screwed it all up.
Yeah, I must have messed
You
up
screwed up,
somewhere.
Heather. You messed up.
Because he would have our collection, like everything.
I
in
have
one.
everything. Heather would only put her own Funko Pops on her spreadsheet, like for
Right.
the Funko thing. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous because we both collect together. Why are you keeping your own spreadsheet? She's like, well, I just want to let you know
Because I
there are certain
can't-
Pops that are just mine. So they're not yours.
No, I can't sift through
She
all
said
of
that.
them with 800.
She's lying.
With 800 Marvel Pops.
She said that.
And then like 150 of my own. So in order for me to like know what I'm doing, I need only
Your
not
collection.
1,000.
Oh my god. So your content on your channel, you mentioned that it includes Lego as well.
Yeah. I thought about doing them separately, but I barely have time for one channel, let alone two, and I don't really know anybody who does both, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. And I try to curate my playlist really carefully so that, if people find the channel and they just don't care about one at all, they can find the other stuff pretty easily. But that said, I've also gotten into certain things. I don't collect any Marvel Legends, but it's kind of been, now I kind of look at them when I'm out at the store, because there's a lot of people in the Funko community who do that. Or I really would like to purchase some Hot Toys eventually. I love them. I got into those through a couple of different channels online as well. So I think it's actually kind of cool when you can show people some different sides of things. And if you're sort of, fandom is in different areas, if it's similar content, you're probably going to be interested in it, whether whether it's Legos or Funko or whatever.
Right, because who doesn't want to hear about something that if they're a collector and it's a different type of a collectible, who doesn't want to hear about that? I mean, because that's how I got turned on the Hot Toys, was watching other channels or following other Instagram pages or Facebook pages and finding out about Hot Toys. I might have never known had I not followed other people.
Yep, same here.
So what is your number one Hot Toy on your list? If you could get one right now, who would it be?
I had, well, first of all, I'm looking at the $150 price range, which I know is bare bones, because it's the Legos are not cheap. Right. So they are extremely expensive in some cases. So I had the Stormtrooper, what is the model number? I had it on eBay, and I had found it for $85 new in the box.
Wow.
And the first order Stormtrooper was a great deal. And then I was actually at a Lego meeting and it ran up about $30 in the last 60 seconds. And I didn't bid enough and lost it. I still kick myself for that. But I think my favorite Star Wars figure is the Stormtroopers. And so I thought I'd start there. And then, but I mean, all this, I know that they get up into the $300, $400, $500 range easy, and some of them even go higher than that. I think my favorite ones though are the ones that don't have the human faces. I really like the Iron Man stuff. There's a variety of other troopers that I would be really interested in. That's not to say that I wouldn't be interested in some of the human faced ones, but just those are the ones that really stand out to me. They're just incredible.
Yeah,
they're really cool.
The Thor that we received, looking at his face, I mean, it's like it looks like Hemsworth. I mean, looking at it looks like
nuts.
I'm holding the person in my hand. It's It's absolutely incredible. And we recently got our hands on my parents. But actually, by the way, my mother's here. My mom's here, and she's not feeling well.
Uh-oh.
She's not feeling well. She's been sick since. Man, it's been 2 weeks. she might be. My father called me today and he said, your mother is so sick, she might not even make it to your wedding. And I was like, what? I was like, the wedding's in like 2 weeks.
Whoa.
He goes, she is really ill. So everybody out there, please wish my mom good vibes. We want her to feel better.
For sure.
Like, instantly. We want her to feel better instantly. But anyway, they ordered me the Hot Toy Winter Soldier, which is from years ago.
Wow.
But man, it looks incredible. The eyes on the humanoid, I'll say humanoid Hot Toys figures, the eyes on those figures are just incredible. Like you look into their eyes and it looks almost like you're looking into their soul. It's really, really weird.
Is this you working on your vows, Chris? Or,
yes, it is.
Do we need to?
Probably, yeah, that's. I'm gonna get up there.
Chris, stop. He's a professor.
He's what?
He's the professor, not the therapist.
Oh, I know. I forgot. My bad. So what's a Grail Pop for you? What's a Grail Pop that you own, and what is a Grail Pop that you want to get your hands on?
I think about this a lot. It's so hard budget-wise to keep up with the things that are coming out every month, and that, I've reduced my collection down to, certain lines, but by the time you spend the money on that stuff, or in the Lego area, like ordering parts for a custom build that you want to work on,
right,
it doesn't usually leave very much money to go out and hunt down some expensive Grail. So I've got a lot. The stuff that I really want to have in my collection are I think it's like 8 MLB mascots, the original line that came out.
Yep.
And those are up above $50 each at this point. And so I would say those are at the top of my list. And there are a couple of Star Wars figures that are up there as well. The holographic, Vader and Darth Maul, the blue ones, those would be really cool to own.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think also, I haven't mentioned Disney yet, but we're pretty huge Disney fans in my family. We try to make it down to Florida as often as we can with the kids. And the Toy Story, like old school 9-inch Buzz Lightyear, all that, Lotso, like that stuff is super cool. And I would really like to have some of that older Toy Story stuff as well. So I think those, if I just had like a spare chunk of change where I could just go on a shopping spree, those would definitely be at the top of the list.
Oh, yeah.
But that would be quite a bit of money right there, just in that stuff that I mentioned.
The Toy Story alone is like an arm and a leg, literally.
Yeah, it's not cheap. I actually, on that note, I have one over here that I got. This is Elastigirl. Let's see, where's my camera here? I'll hold this up.
Oh, awesome.
And yes, so this one, we've got this awesome used bookstore in town with Pops and books and Legos and comics and CDs and all kinds of stuff. And somebody traded this in, and I didn't find it, but that was back when this thing was like well over $100 at the time. And I think it's gone down since then because a bunch have sold on eBay or something. But I was really somebody in our group here got it, and then I don't think they really cared that much about it, and I had some stuff he wanted, so we traded. But I didn't have to trade more than maybe a couple things. I'm forgetting what it was, but I'd say maybe, I don't know, $30-40 worth of stuff or something.
Wow.
So that's been one of my favorite finds, was this Elastigirl. I have pretty much the entire Incredibles 2 line.
Cool.
So it's cool to get this one, and I'd love to get the rest of them. Edna mode, though, is like crazy expensive, and then like Zurg and Alien down there, those things are nuts. So
yeah, I remember Edna was like up to $600. I don't know where she sits now, but I remember she was way up there.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
So is that a Grail Pop that you own? Is that one of your Grails?
Yeah, I'd say so. I scored the Stonekeeper from Infinity War on the Funko Shop, and I know that was up there for a while. And I actually watched that. So over the last year, I made a pretty good friend here in town that is in the Funko Club, and he's a big Marvel guy. And a year ago, I couldn't tell you the difference between Marvel and DC. I just was like not in that world at all.
Sure.
And I've, getting into the Funko thing, I think that's been one of my favorite parts is sometimes I see pops that I like and go, what's that? And then I try to sort of maximize the expense by using it as a way to like enjoy the entertainment that goes around it. So in the Marvel stuff, I went back to the beginning on Netflix and watched all the Marvel movies over the last like 9 months.
Awesome.
And just in the last week, I finished Infinity War, which is great. I haven't seen Captain Marvel, but I'm of course excited for. I guess it's a week from tonight, right? When Endgame drops.
Yes. No, actually, so for us, we had the tickets for Thursday at 5 p.m. It's the earliest showing in Maryland, as far as I know.
Okay.
Now there might be days earlier than Thursday for. There's a website, and I don't have it offhand, but there's a website you can sign up for it, and they will randomly give you tickets to basically review the film. They basically ask you a ton of questions when you go and see it.
Wow.
I put in for that, but I've gotten zero feedback on that. However, we have one of the earliest shows, so I have never been so excited for a film, and I know
I'll bet.
I remember Infinity War. I was super excited.
Civil
War. I was really excited for that. Infinity War.
Yeah.
I felt like I was having a panic attack the whole time. I was literally like I was holding onto the seat. I thought I was going to die because it was that fear of who's going to die, who's going to live.
Oh yeah, I get that, man.
The film opens with Thanos basically killing characters, and I remember watching
annihilating everyone.
Yeah, and I'm watching that, and I'm thinking, what is this movie? What else are they going to do on this film?
Right.
And
right.
But anyway, I was totally in love with that movie. So Endgame, I am so excited. In fact, I think we bought out almost an entire row.
Yes.
Between us and our friends that I purchased for, we bought 10,
Very cool.
10 tickets total. So we are
I
so
bought
amped and
another
ready.
one
Oh, and you bought
after.
another one.
Yeah,
right.
because my sister contacted me later, and she was like, why didn't you invite me to see Endgame? I'm like, I didn't know you wanted to see Endgame. And she's like, oh. And then I checked tickets, and I was like, well, I can get you, like, a row in front of us or a row behind us. She was like, that's fine.
And you got a row behind us.
Yeah, I think she's right behind us.
Good for her.
Yeah, once it starts, you're just sitting there watching the movie anyway. You know?
That's how I feel, too.
You know, so interesting question off topic of the Pops. I know that's why we're here. Watching all the movies like you have in the last however many months. 9 months. What have you found to be your favorite Marvel film?
Iron Man is definitely my favorite character. I'm a pretty big Mac tech geek. I like technology and do some of it at work. And so Iron Man I enjoyed those. I think I struggled to get through the second Thor movie. The whole I don't know.
Dark World is tough.
Yeah,
movie.
Yeah, it was just kind of not my the more abstract fantasy sci-fi stuff gets a little out of my range, I'd say. But yeah, I think boy, that's a great question. Black Panther was definitely up there. I really enjoyed it, and I mean, truth be told, I really want to go back and watch them all again. It's a lot. I never read the comics. Like I said, I was really green going in, and so now that I kind of know the people by name, I kind of want to go back and pick up some of the subtleties, and that's a way I found to kind of justify some of the expense, because Funko collecting in one light is you're just dropping $10 bills left after right and taking up space in your house, and if you're not like engaging with it somehow, it's just like this endless stream of spending money, and so that's helped me to kind of slow down and like appreciate it a little bit more. And now, like when Stonekeeper came up in Infinity War, I was like, I knew he had a small role in the movie, and I was like, there's Red Skull, and like I've had that pop for 6, 8, whatever months.
Right.
And it was very, very cool for me. So
that's awesome. Well,
that was neat.
So is there one film that sticks out that is like your favorite?
I'd have to say Iron Man 3. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
A Shane Black film. I'm very surprised to hear you say that, because Most people who have watched that movie absolutely hate it. But
Hate it.
I think it's a great film. I love it. I think that's one of the best.
Yeah, I think I just like, Tony Stark's character, the tech thing, and Jarvis, and just that's so cool. And so yeah, I was actually out today and snagged this guy at Box Lunch.
Awesome.
We're
Ooh.
spoiled here. We've got a mall that has Box Lunch, Hot Topic, GameStop, and FYE like very close, and there's a Barnes and Noble and a Books A Million across the street. So like I'm really lucky that if there's something out floating around, I can get it. So you actually behind me, I know it's really far away, but almost all of those back there are Marvel Pops.
Wow.
And,
I was wondering what those were.
Yeah, there's also some Disney in there, but I've got a couple Iron Man and a Captain America over here. The Spider-Man, mostly Homecoming stuff. The Gold Collector from Disney World, the Disney Parks exclusive.
Yeah.
And then the blue, purple, and gold Black Panther. So with the Marvel stuff, I tend to kind of cherry pick. Like, this is probably how I should do everything, but just like the coolest, best stuff, I try to just grab that and then get out because, again, I mean, with me doing Star Wars and Harry Potter, it's a lot. So,
So much.
so yeah. What else did I have over there? And then I did get the Thor Odin Force.
Yes.
Not there's two of those. Not the one from that's like crazy expensive.
Yeah. So there's a con and then a shared exclusive. So you have the shared.
Yeah, that was the Amazon exclusive, and I really like that. And that was one of my favorite parts of the movie. And I did score Yondu. Man, were you guys part of that epic? What was that, a year ago now, when it dropped and then people missed it and then it came back on again? And
yeah,
oh my gosh, that's
we
nuts.
were able to get it. Heather and I are huge fans of the actor who plays Yondu, Michael Rooker. We've actually met him a couple times, and we're big fans of him because not only was he in a Marvel film, but he was also Merle on Walking Dead. So Heather and I kind of have like this weird thing. Anytime he's at a convention that we go to, we always have to go and have him sign something or visit him. He's super cool. But we did fall into that little hole. It was hard to find him there for a while or order him, but we did actually get him.
I lost so much sleep because everybody thought he was. I wasn't a Target exclusive, and it was like 3 days in a row where it didn't hit, and everybody was up trying to get him, but. I think that's kind of the fun of it. Like, here I am a year and a half later still talking about it. And, I mean, it is, the hunt is part of the fun. So
yeah, it's always like
the
pop of the week thing. And I know this week for me was Ronin and Rocket at Walmart. And I was running around trying to find them in person. It didn't happen. They finally showed up, and a buddy of ours actually went to a Walmart that has stacks and stacks of them. But I was able to order them online, and they were shipped to store. In fact, I think I have to go pick them up tomorrow. But I was finally able to get them. So that was like our pop of the week, I guess you could call it. And I know the next one will be Dark Phoenix from Hot Topic.
Yeah, that'll probably be in this area later next week. My bet is Wednesday or Thursday.
I think it's going to be on Monday. A lot of people are thinking Monday.
I don't think so. I think that's way too early.
I don't know. It hit California
today,
but this is a wider release. This isn't like where most pops come out and it's like it takes about a week for it to get to the East Coast. I think this one is like a lightning strike where it just constantly is going to be coming out. That's what I think.
Nah.
All right.
I think we're looking at Wednesday at the earliest.
All right.
That's
Heather
just my
usually
guess.
Heather usually knows. How could I disagree with her? I'm marrying her because she knows where all the pops are and when. It's brilliant.
That's right. Yeah, I picked up this one today. I've been so busy at work, and I looked up, and this hit 2 days ago, and I didn't even remember the Box Lunch Earth Day exclusive Eve or Evie. I don't know. I can't remember which one it is from Wall-E.
I think it's Evie.
Yeah, I think so too. And anyway, so I've got the Wall-E with the brown box, and so I was lucky that I went over and they still had just a few of these left.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah, this was mine. And actually, the Walmart right by me somebody posted that they had those 2 Endgames. So if you guys get the shipment and they're messed up or something, let me know. I'll swing over and see if there's more left.
Good deal.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
I appreciate that. Today they actually popped up the Captain America from FYE T-shirt bundle, and I decided not to buy it because it came up to be $39 to buy it online.
I know.
And I was like, "There's no way I'm spending that kind of money."
That's how much this 3-pack was from UCC, the Harry Potter.
Right.
$40 though. Like, man, that one was rough, but I wanted it, so I snagged it. But I did hesitate. That it adds up fast.
So Jesse James has been keeping up with us in the comment section. I do want to point him out. He mentioned at one point I was disappointed in the end of Infinity War, but so excited for Endgame. I like the end of Infinity War. I think it ended on a note that made my stomach literally drop. I didn't understand what was going on, like many people, and the only bad thing about it was you had to wait a year to figure out what was going on. But also put yourself in my shoes. At the end of Back to the Future 2, which I was old enough to go see in a theater, they showed that they disappear, and then I had to wait a whole year for that as well, because Back to the Future 3 came out, I think, the next summer or something like that, if I remember correctly. So that was another waiting. So I don't know, it's cool sometimes to wait, because then, you know what, waiting actually makes you come up with a bunch of different ideas of what actually occur. What do you think occurs? You right? So I had all these things bouncing around in my head about what happened from Star Wars Episode 7. Then Episode 8 came out, and it was completely off, and I was really mad about it. So hopefully Endgame doesn't do that.
Have you guys seen the teaser for the new Star Wars movie yet?
Oh yeah, baby. Oh
yeah. That was awesome. I was so jealous that I wasn't in Chicago last weekend for the celebration. I actually looked at buying tickets for my family. We're from Illinois originally, and I really wanted to go, but I was grateful that they streamed as much as they did on their YouTube channel, so you could see some stuff.
They streamed a lot.
I was shocked.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that a lot. The trailer I thought was great. I thought it was just enough. I didn't need any more than that. I love seeing the Emperor, and I want to see. Well, you didn't see the Emperor. You heard him.
Heard him.
I'm looking forward to seeing what that's all about. I'm really excited about that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I started listening to a podcast since just last weekend called Rebel Force Radio, which I think is a pretty popular Star Wars podcast for major Star Wars fans, but I've really been enjoying that show, and they had some really cool, of course, everybody's got their theories and feedback and all that stuff, and so, I'm definitely on it. Like you were talking about Infinity War, I'm December 20th is like on my calendar for Rise of Skywalker, and I'm really pumped about it. So.
Yeah, I honestly think it's going to be a very good film. I think J.J. Abrams has J.J. Abrams has a very heavy task. He has to clean up Episode 8. He has to make it right for the fans again. Can he pull it off? And the answer to that question right now, at least for me, is he's like, can I pull it off? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the Emperor.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, the Emperor. Okay, sure, why not? And I think that bringing back a classic villain that we love to hate so much, who's been across the span of pretty much all of the Star Wars films, I think is brilliant to bring him back. So I think this is a great thing. Heather, you're leaving?
Well.
Oh. Okay. Bye. Here, Heather. Heather. Hook a brother up. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. The theory that I heard that I thought really made a lot of sense was like this whole saga got started, with the Emperor as the senator, and he kind of put the plans in motion for this entire thing, and the fact that he's kind of coming back around at the very end of it is really it's like they were kind of saying you can't put the Skywalker story to bed without him being involved, and I thought that was interesting. But again, like the Marvel thing, I was not a Star Wars fan as a kid, So, I mean, I saw the movies and I was aware of it, but I'm not one of these folks who've been like following along all like I did with baseball, and so,
How old are you?
yeah, I'm 38. So, I can tell you all about baseball in the 80s and 90s and who was on the teams and all that stuff, but I wasn't following, I was born in 81. So, the movies were coming out as I was a kid, at least I guess the third one, episode 6.
Yes.
And but like when the prequels came out, I didn't see them until a few years ago, and so I'm kind of late to the party. But it's been fun to get on the train and get in the Lego scene with Star Wars is amazing. So it's been really, really cool.
Yeah, Star Wars is one of those things for me. My father, hold on, I'm messaging my mom to let her know.
Oh yeah, I need to keep up with the chat.
No,
So
letting her know she said she had to go. My mother says, "Good night, Mama Angel Gas needs rest. OXOXOXO," and then it says shave. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. But thanks, Mom. I'll shave. I promise. So here's the thing. Star Wars is one of those things that my father. So way back when. This is like now the camera is like now turned to me. And we're supposed to be doing an interview with you. But anyway, he used to take me into he had like a little closet full of a bunch of films. And all the time he would say, pick what movie you want to watch. We'll go watch this movie. And I would always choose, for whatever reason, either Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back. And we would watch those together. And I believe that's kind of what almost molded me. What probably molded you was baseball, right? So baseball was like your thing.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was pop culture. It was Star Wars. It was Terminator, RoboCop. My father and mother were awesome. They let me watch literally anything. They didn't care what my age was. I mean, I couldn't watch porn, of course, but for the most part, I watched whatever I wanted. And I think that growing up, like everybody else had sports and all these other things, and my thing was always film and movies, and I loved it so much. Mm-hmm. And I have that today. And I always take my son to go see all the movies that are about to come out, especially Marvel. Because I want him to get, as he gets older, he's like, oh, my father took me to see that. Remember that movie Infinity War? My father took me to see it. I saw it in a theater. I think that's so great.
Yeah, and you gotta imagine that Infinity War is gonna be that movie in 30 years or whatever when he's older. And I mean, it's a big deal. And however many years in the making, they've been at those films for quite a while. And we went and saw. The most recent one was Lego Movie 2, and just he and I went and we had a blast. And it's a great way to spend some time together and get some good laughs in that.
Really is.
And when it came to that movie,
it really is. I think that bonding over whatever it could be, it could be baseball, it could be film, it could be video games. That bonding is always good. And my son has now a passion for one. He has a passion for collectibles, which is something that I'm trying to pass along to him. And he has a passion for film, and I think that's those are two great things to have, for sure. Well, actually, let's break it down. Let's go to do 3 random questions, ladies and gentlemen. 3 random questions. So we have 3 random questions here. I selected all of them. I'm not going to promise you that they're fantastic. We have a spreadsheet of 250 random questions that we found online. And when we go on there, we pick our 3 random questions for the night. Heather sometimes will pick them. Sometimes I'll pick them. But they're always just okay. I don't know if you remember, Heather did ask one time, what is your least favorite mode of transportation?
Hey,
that has literally gone down in history as being maybe the best and worst question that was ever asked on the Gastlecast. So what is your least favorite? I'm just going to ask this out of random. This is not a part of 3 questions. What is your
just a warm up?
What is your least favorite mode of transportation?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to think about that for a second. I guess, boy, I guess I'd have to say bus. I'm gonna go with bus
Isn't that what now
for
your answer?
1,000.
That was Heather's answer.
Or Subway.
Boom.
Or
All right.
Subway.
All right, Heather. We're back. We're back on track, Heather. We're good now.
Everything's good again. Everything is back the way it should be.
Didn't it feel really good answering that?
Yeah.
I
It
thought
felt like
so.
the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, really good question too. Right answer to the right question.
Andy, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
Andy, don't do this to me.
I got
See.
12 years of marriage experience behind me here, pal.
Oh, so you're married? You're a married man?
Yes, he's married.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
nice.
Yep.
Okay. That's usually a question we get to. We ask and see what.
Yep.
You've been married how long?
12 years.
2006. Yep.
Congratulations. You've made it through.
Thanks.
You made it through the good times, the bad times. That's kind of what in my head how my vows are going to be. We're going to last through the good times, through the bad times, through the weird times. Being online, live, chatting.
Okay.
That's going to be in my vows.
I'm going to let you know something really quick. All of you watching, with me, there's never any bad times. So.
Come
even
on,
one.
that's Heather. They have watched enough to know that there are for sure bad times that are motivated by you. Okay, I do want to put a shout out to Zach Bonifer, who keeps our chat here under control anytime we go live. Right now we have a low count that's watching live right now, particularly. Fridays are usually a rough day when we go live, but it's good because people can come back and watch. But Zach always keeps everything under control, and Zach is a hilarious guy. We love him. So thank you for being here, and thank you for helping us and taking care of the chat and all that kind of jazz.
He's the best.
He always posts Instagram pages and YouTube pages and stuff for the people that we're interviewing and talking to, so we really appreciate that. Jesse James says, through the good times and the bad times, LOL, kind of sounds like the intro from the Cleveland show.
Chris has no idea what you're talking about because he doesn't like the Cleveland show.
I didn't like Cleveland show,
but
I
it's
know
hilarious
I know
and I love it, and thank you for making
good
that a
good
point.
way to side with the people who watch us, Heather. Good job. Thank you.
No, I'm siding with the best.
You're trying. It's like a civil war. I'm
Cleveland show
Captain
is
America
amazing.
and you're Iron Man. I know what's happening.
I would be Captain America because I would have a really big shield.
Whoa. Why would it be really big? Like abnormally big?
No, like big compared to me because I'm small, but he's bigger than me. So if I had Captain America,
But if you're Captain America, you are Captain. I don't understand.
No, I would be Heather as Captain America.
Oh, why we? Okay.
Yeah. So.
Logic out the window. There's no logic here. So, first question. Prepare yourself. Everybody prepare yourself. Hang on to your chair. Are you hanging on to your chair?
This is gonna be stupid.
No, hang on to your chair. Hang on to your chair, Heather.
Let's do this.
If your 5-year-old
I'm ready.
self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first? I'll answer first. Drive a car.
Well, obviously, but would you not take note of like your body parts that have grown since being 5?
Well, maybe, but if it like all of a sudden
Your
I'm like a
beard?
big. Well, think about the movie Big. Remember the movie Big?
No, I
Oh,
never
yeah.
watched it.
Yeah, I mean it's like the movie Big, sort of, but I think in that movie he's like 10 or 12 or something.
Good. Do you remember when I said I've never seen it? So continue for someone who has not seen
Tom
it.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks was in that, and he also danced on a keyboard.
Oh, you know
on
what?
a
I've
piano.
seen that.
It's
I'd probably
fantastic.
do
The
that. That's my
department
answer.
store.
Yeah, and a woman fell in love with him, but he was really 12, and it was really weird.
I danced on a piano.
And she even tried to sleep with
Slight-
him.
Oh, that's-
Slightly awkward.
It was really awkward. He had a boner.
You can't say that.
Is it lame that my first thought was I'd go out and buy toys, which is what I do now?
You actually have money to buy toys?
Yeah, if my 5-year-old self, I feel like now I got all this money and I can go buy all the stuff I wanted when I was 5.
Oh my God. No,
I know what I would do.
I would reach into the knife drawer and grab knives because that's all you want to do when you're a little kid. You want to grab sharp things and do bad things.
No, I never wanted to. I was
Oh my
scared
God,
of
you should have
doing
seen me. I look like
things.
Rambo.
No, you were the scariest kid ever from the stories I hear.
My mother told me I picked the cat up by its tail and swung it around over top my head.
Yeah, I think your mom's saying that just to say it because you would never do that, not even with one of your toys.
What do you mean?
I've heard stories
feels-
about how lame you were.
Oh my.
It feels like more of a 2 or 3-year-old thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not a 5-year-old thing.
No, I was 16 when I swung the cat around my head.
Oh, okay.
It was
got
weird. It was a
Okay.
weird time in my life.
Right.
I
Going through a
know
lot of
what?
stuff.
I was into animal abuse. I don't know why. I just happened to be into
Wow.
animal abuse at 16.
Wow.
No, actually, they had to get. So the reason why I did it, I dressed as Rambo. I swung the cat around like my head, and then they said the cat attacked me violently, and then they had to find a new home for the cat.
Wait, are you joking?
Dead serious. Yeah, it really happened.
Oh my god.
I know. They said that I would try to stab it with a fake knife, like a fake Rambo knife. Like I chase it and like do this.
Are you like joking?
I swear
right
to
now?
God, no, it's dead serious. Yeah.
I don't want to marry someone that.
I was
crazy.
I was like 2. Take it easy.
No, I don't believe it.
I look like Gizmo from Gizmo 2. Remember he had the little like bandana wrapped around his head?
I'm really scared.
All right, so what did
Wicket.
you what?
Like Wicket.
Yeah, exactly.
Ewok.
Yeah, like a little Ewok. Heather?
Like the 10-inch. I've got the 10-inch Wicket over there.
Oh yeah, the one from Target.
Target Con.
Heather?
Yeah.
First thing you do. Oh my God. What's the first thing you do?
I go and buy a trampoline, and then I would bring it home, and I would assemble it, and I would jump on it.
I like it.
But how would you get there? Because you know you can't drive when you're 5. Don't be silly.
But I'm an adult, so I'm going to take
So
my
you're-
car.
So you're gonna drive there
Uber.
and injure
Uber.
pedestrians. She doesn't know.
get there.
Well, think about it. If you're 5, you don't know how to use Uber.
Oh, I'd figure it out.
Oh my God. Heather would be running around in circles eating a popsicle.
I don't know. My 6-year-old can get around my phone pretty well, and
Really?
your credit card would already be logged in. So all you'd have to do is like, I don't know. There's some logic to it.
Brilliant.
It's possible. It's possible. It's
Brilliant.
not outside of the realm of possibilities.
So we've all answered it. I said drive. You said you would buy a trampoline. And Andy, what did you say?
I stayed on script and said, go to Toys R Us.
That's right. He's buying toys. Because he has money now. I got money.
Right.
Got the big monies.
And we used to go to Toys R Us when I was 5. That like, if you were good, that's what happened.
Yeah, me too.
Rest in peace, Toys R Us.
my,
Man,
my
still
mother,
I
sucks.
just know
My mother
that
jumped
Chris's
in.
mom said goodnight like 10 minutes ago.
and she said yes.
And now
Coming
she's
back.
saying that Chris actually did swing the cat.
I was 3 and I didn't care.
This is a story I've never heard, and
Jesse James said, if PETA
I don't like
is
it.
watching, no animals were harmed in the telling of these stories.
they were just harmed
That's hilarious.
52 years ago when
Yeah.
Chris was 3.
Oh, 52 years, Heather.
Yeah, when you were 3?
You're making me feel better about myself. Second question. If you had one animal to help you in a... I love this question. If you had one animal to help you in a fight, what would it be?
Tiger.
Really? A tiger? But wouldn't you be afraid the tiger would attack you? I would personally say a dog that I trained.
The
trained dog.
tiger is helping me in a fight, not hurting me in a fight. So yes, a tiger.
Okay, so we're going to assume the animal is going to help you for sure, no doubt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiger.
All right.
And then I'd cuddle with it at the end. because
Rhinoceros.
they're
I'm going
big
to run
cats.
over your tiger. Your tiger's gone. You and your tiger are gone.
Nobody said you were fighting
You ever
me.
see a cartoon where like the character gets run over and they're flat? That'll be you and your dumb tiger. Good luck, tiger.
You want to hear a fun fact about rhinoceroses?
No, actually, we don't. Andy, go ahead.
Rhinoceros?
Oh, no, I said I don't want rhinoceros.
I like that. Rhinoceros.
Do you want to know a fun fact about them?
Go ahead.
They're actually terrified of tigers. It's like elephants and mice.
You're kidding.
No, I'm serious.
No, you're not.
So you picked the
You're,
perfect
no,
animal.
you're making that up.
No, it's a fun fact.
You are making
It's for
that
real.
up. No, it's not real.
No, it's real.
No, it's not.
Google it.
No, it's not.
Google it.
It's like a rock paper scissors thing. Like I just picked paper and your scissors. What happened? I just ruined everything.
Google it.
Andy,
It's true.
what animal would you have by your side?
So what fight? I need clarification of what fight I'm getting into. A tiger and a rhino?
A tiger and a rhino, yeah.
No, we're not fighting each other. Just a fight.
Okay. A fight.
Yeah, Chris is just mean and wants to fight me and the tiger. I don't know
Picture
why.
that you're in high school, you're being bullied, and an animal comes to your aid. Who would it be? What would it be?
So you're being bullied and you want to come and stomp on my tiger?
My rhino's coming in. He's horny as hell. He's coming in.
Coming
He's
in
taking
hot.
care of business. That's right. He's coming in hot.
I'm going to go with Bulbasaur.
I'm gonna pick an animal that doesn't exist.
That's a good one. Why do you choose Bulbasaur?
Oh my god! I pick a Sarlacc pit from Star Wars: Return of the Jedi.
Right.
I eat all my foes. If you walk in there weird. Bulbasaur. I choose you.
Maybe Charmander.
'Cause he's
The
got
only
fires.
reason I know anything about this is because I have a 6-year-old who will not stop talking about Pokemon.
He's only picking.
But I mean,
Pokemon.
that's like what they're about. You know, they're all about the battles. So
They are
I'm going
about the
with
battles. You got that. Yeah.
Going with Bulbasaur.
Wonder how my rhino would do against a Bulbasaur because he
Not
has like
good.
moves.
Oh, it would not be good.
No, horns don't do anything. Look what Zach Bonifer did. Rhino versus a tiger. Look at that.
He knows
Yeah.
Welcome. Rhino
Extra points
versus
for the-
tiger.
Extra points for the Bulbasaur emoji.
Yeah, right?
Come on, Zach. You can make it happen, Zach.
I think he can. He
He's
can
gonna
make
create it
anything else
somehow.
happen.
Moderator level up.
So the third question. What is something, I think we've asked this before, but it's an interesting question. And I'll probably come up with something new. By the way, there's Broken Pikachu Tail, who is awesome.
Oh,
And he is
nice.
like straight up like Pokemon. He has a Pokemon name.
He
Nice.
said, by the way,
See,
he
he's-
said
he's-
there is only one Pokemon to choose.
Something popular now that people will be embarrassed by, will be embarrassed of in 5 years.
Oof. I gotta think about that.
What just fell?
It's one of my gremlins. I sat him up there earlier, and he must have fell.
His foot's broken.
It is.
Yeah, it
That's
fell
not
off.
good. It
His-
did. It fell off.
Yeah, his foot.
Get
fell
out of here.
No, I'm serious.
Oh my god, it did. His foot fell
What
off.
fell?
One of my NECA gremlins fell off the thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and his whole head, his leg came off. Oh.
Go get it.
Oh my god.
I'm
All
really warm right
Anyway,
now.
what is your answer, Heather?
I
Something
don't
that's
have one
popular
yet.
now. Like it would have been like way back in the day, it would have been like In Sync, like liking In Sync, and you would be like, "Oh my god, now I'm just so embarrassed."
I would never be embarrassed liking NSYNC, first of all.
Oh.
Second of all, I mean, if you're going with like musical artists, people
No,
who like
I'm
Cardi
going-
B would probably be embarrassed by that.
Probably not. Probably not.
She's really ridiculous. I love her.
No, but I'm asking,
I'm-
is that what you're saying your answer
right
is?
now, I'm already embarrassed that I like her. No, that's not my answer. I don't have an answer yet.
I like how you pull your
this
mic
one's-
in.
Well, you always yell at me that I'm not close enough, so.
What is one thing? Oh, mumble rap. Liking mumble rap. Done.
I don't know what that is.
Mumble rap
I
is
don't know
where
what
they
that is.
literally rap and mumble. They mumble.
Oh, okay.
You don't understand what they're saying. It's ridiculous. It sounds horrible. And I would be embarrassed to say that I liked it today just as much as I
In
would
5 years.
in 5 years.
You're gonna be embarrassed all the money you spent on Funko Pops
No.
in 5 years.
Yeah,
No.
I was kind of thinking like, I mean, you guys' collection looks really nice, but like you see these collections online that are literally no shelves and they're like floor to ceiling, corner to corner, just boxes. And I think somebody looking back in like 5 years might go like, what were they thinking?
True.
I don't know.
The one thing I think
so.
about when it comes to Funko Pops is the fact that they're not like Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies were Beanie Babies. They're Thai Beanie Babies. But with these things, they are tied to Marvel. So they're licensed.
Yeah.
Product.
Right.
They're
always going to have that.
They have to have some sort of value.
Fandom. Yeah.
Right. So they have some sort of value. And with the Marvel Cinematic Universe not dying anytime soon.
Says you.
Says everybody. Endgame's coming out. Endgame is like the biggest movie to release like of all time.
That's until.
I don't like how you're handling that mic. It looks weird.
That's until they create the second It. And everyone's going to forget about Endgame. And they're all going to be talking about Pennywise and the adult kids.
Okay.
And
we were doing so well, Heather. We were doing great.
Yeah.
And then you ruined everything.
So.
Heather loves the Pennywise. She loves the movie It.
I do.
Do you like the movie It?
I don't like scary movies, but I gotta say, I picked up. I saw like horror films in general. Whatever.
That was brilliant. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't like scary movies, but anyway.
Yeah, yeah. But I saw some of the pops from that movie, and they were awesome. They were very, very cool, especially the Pennywise stuff.
Yeah,
I will
Heather
hand
is like super.
That right over.
Heather's super into Pennywise. That's like horror is like her thing. She likes to be scared.
Yeah.
But she can't find anything to scare her.
Except Annabelle. That was pretty freaky. I've had this weird thing about dolls. Dolls just creep me out. And I don't know why. I've just always, like, even as a little kid, like, I would have my Barbie dolls and, like, a couple baby dolls, but, like, porcelain dolls, oof.
Not so much.
Don't want any
Don't
part of
like
that.
This.
I don't like decorative dolls, but I collect Funko Pops, so I don't even know what I'm saying.
I don't like decorative dolls. That is like the most. That might be the funniest thing you've ever said.
Do you remember those creepy? We saw them at a toy show. This lady was trying.
I don't like decorative dolls.
This lady was trying to push them on me.
Oh,
I was
remember.
looking at them. Yeah. It was a little. It looked like a girl, but it was wearing a tuxedo. And then, like, his bride.
Yeah, it was weird.
And they, like, had one of those twisty things, and, like, they did the music.
Yeah.
She said, well, I was selling them for $20 a piece, but I'd give both of them to you for $20. I said, you cannot pay me $20 to take these creepy-ass things.
Way.
They were so creepy.
Oh,
and I think he had a top hat. It was weird.
He did have a top hat.
Yeah.
It was creepy.
God, I wish I could find a picture. That they were so, like, the creepiest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, thanks. Not going there.
So what does your wife think about all this?
She's amazing. She doesn't like collecting things generally, so she sort of just doesn't get into that. But she has been really supportive. And so much so that we're actually looking at, we have like, let's see here, I guess this way, some of my other videos on my channel, you can see me sitting in another room where I'm building Legos, and it's like an old wood shop. And these two rooms of the house were not finished, and we're actually looking at finishing them. And one of the reasons is so that I can actually display my stuff better. As you guys know, when you collect stuff, the best part is when you can get it up on display in a way that you're really excited about and kind of curate where things go and make things all visible. And so we're actually working on a project right now where we'll be able to really finish the basement to make it really usable. And I'm very, very excited about all that. So I'd have like a space for the Legos for when the kids come downstairs or when people are over, and we can kind of build together and hang out. And we like to collect craft beer. Not collect, but we have a pretty healthy stash of it. And so back behind me here, we're going to turn that area into like a small bar and bring the TV in here and kind of move some things around. And I'm really excited. When it's all done, we're going to be able to separate the collections out by license, and like it's going to look amazing.
That's
so
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to give her all the credit in the world because she's not. She does like Legos. She likes Star Wars. She loves Harry Potter. So and she likes Disney. So the things I collect are like things that the family likes. But if I told her I was out of Funko tomorrow, she'd be like, "Okay," she's indifferent that way.
She really doesn't care.
Yeah, it's just not her thing. But I gotta give her credit for supporting me, and she goes out. She actually went out and found what was it, Dr. Facilier, the one that had the glow in the dark chase at box lunch recently from Princess and the Frog. She went out and waited in line because it dropped one morning when I was teaching, and she was available, and she missed it by like 2 people. But she enjoys a good hunt just like I do once in a while, and both of us love to get great deals on stuff. I mean, that it always feels nice to know you saved a bunch of money. So
yeah, that was awesome of her.
That's how it starts. It's the fever. The fever.
That's right.
See, she's gonna see that hunt, and then she's gonna hunt again, and then she'll hunt again, and then she'll find something that she really wants, and she'll be like, "This is my very first pop. It's my only pop. I'm not gonna collect any more pops. This is the only one." And then you'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm glad you found a pop you like." And then she'll be like, "I found another one I really like. I'm gonna go buy it,
right.
and I'm gonna go stand in line." And then she goes and gets it, and then like a week later, she has 200. That's what happened to Heather.
Yeah, she has no patience for much. So the standing in line thing would not happen. So I think, and I'm not that different. I don't really. I mean, nobody likes to stand in line. So. Yeah, but I kind of, I'll get, like, when the Comic-Con stuff hits, I'll get out early and be the first in line because I just don't want to mess with it. If I'm going to go, I want to get there early and get what I need and get out and not wait in line for an hour and then still miss it. So,
right. Well, what bums me out so much is that we talk about this quite often. I'm not gonna sit on this for too long, but it used to be go out and hunting and finding stuff, and now it's like standing in line at Hot Topic, knowing exactly what you're getting. You're standing in line for this particular pop, and that part kind of stinks because then it comes down to who gets there first, how much time are you willing to stand in line. I just absolutely hate that. I hate having to stand in line, but for this Dark Phoenix, I'm probably going to have to. And
so I don't know that figure. Is that also from Endgame or is that from a different line?
It's an X-Men figure. So
got it. Okay.
There's a new film coming out this year, maybe like a month or 2 after Endgame. It's the final X-Men film that was by Fox, because Fox, of course, has been acquired by Disney. But it's called X-Men something Phoenix. I can't remember. Maybe it might be Dark. I think it's X-Men Dark Phoenix. But the film centers around the Dark Phoenix character, which is Jean Grey. She's a part of the X-Men, and she gets like this evil like thing inside of her, and she's like the most powerful thing practically on the planet.
Very cool.
And the X-Men have to fight her and try to get because they're kind. It's like a weird thing happening. Their friend is possessed. How do they save their friend and not kill her and remove this dark entity? So that's kind of what the film probably will be about. I just like the pop. I could care less about the movie because it's not a Disney, Marvel cinematic universe film. I just like the character, and I think that the Funko Pop glow in the dark is super, super cool. So that's why I'm.
Oh yeah. So it's a Hot Topic release next week ish.
That's the So today it released.
It's glow in the dark.
It is. Well, the chase
cool.
is. So
the chase.
There's a chase.
Got it.
There's a chase, and then there's I guess if you want to call it a common, but a Hot Topic exclusive.
Yeah, those store exclusive chases are the worst, though. They are so hard to get.
Oh my God, you're telling me.
Yeah, and they go way up in price.
If
you don't get them.
So at first they do, and then they drop drastically. Like right now, the Deadpool bear, it's like a flocked bear Deadpool. Panda pool was, I don't know, for a while it floated around like $90, $100, $120, and now it's dropped to like $50. So it dropped considerably, but that's been like I don't know, has it been a year since it's been released?
I want to say about.
Yeah, about a year. So you just had to give it time and wait. I decided not to go for it because I stood in line for it 2 times at a local Hot Topic. They basically told me, in a nutshell, they would arrive at the store at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. The store opened at 10. I would be standing out front as they're opening up, and I'm like, hey, listen, can you just check and tell me if you have any of them in? And then that way I know just to go or stay. And both times they told me, we can't tell you that. They go inside the store, and I have to wait all that extra time.
Yeah.
But there's another store that's local that does not do that. So it's finding, I guess, the right store. So
yeah, the Hades from Hercules that last year that came out in like June. That was another one that we got a ton of, but I was tied up that morning and I couldn't go. And I knew if I wasn't there that day, once I heard that they were going to hit, you're screwed. Like, you're not going to get it. And then they went up to like $90.
Yeah,
so,
he's dropped a little bit. You got that one. I think a
it's
friend
come
helped
down.
us, right? Yeah, so a friend helped us out, so we were able to get that. And I was shocked that our friend was able to help us out like that. I thought that was so cool. That was a big time we hunt together moment. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm hoping something like that similarly happens with the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, never would happen.
Keep in touch with me, man, because our Hot Topic does a really nice job of posting before they open on Instagram. Like, these are hitting today, and then at least we know, like, okay, they're in today. They're going to be on the shelf, and then if you're not there, you're not there. But
right.
Let me know. It's like across the street from my house. It's not far.
Awesome.
I'm worried about the bronze Michael Jordan at Foot Locker. I'm from Illinois. I followed the Bulls all through the 90s. I've got the Target exclusive here, and then the first one that came out I've got on order. It just hasn't gotten here yet. But the Fanatics one and this bronze Foot Locker one that's about to drop, but I don't know when, are the ones I'm kind of freaking out about right now because I want to get those at some point. And I'm afraid this bronze one is going to be really tough to get.
I think that one is going to be tough. I think it's going to be really, really tough.
Yeah.
But if you get word of when it drops, I'll try to be by my phone. Because I don't know if we have really... No, we do have a Foot Locker that will carry the Pops.
Yeah.
It's the one by your work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they carry the Pops.
Right.
Let us know.
Yeah, well, I went to our Foot Locker today, and they're not big enough, I guess. And the guy was so over it. I couldn't even, like, tell him, like, ask my question. He's like, we're not getting it. It's just
like the AT&T guys this week with the Night King.
You could tell he just has been asked like one too many times. The Funko crew has been hitting him up, and yeah, I like couldn't even. We were like interrupting each other because he just was like, we don't have it. We don't. I was like, okay, I got it. You didn't get the LeBron James either. I want to know if you know when it's going to come out, and I couldn't even get him to like hear that one question to answer me. I finally had to just leave. So yeah, it was pretty bad customer service, but I get it. You know, if he's been getting beat up left and right, it makes it tough.
It really does. But yeah, when you work in customer service, you sort of have to put your happy face on as much as you want to be not happy.
Yeah, it's kind of the gig, you know.
Oh my.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited about that one, but I'm not sure if we're gonna end up if it's gonna be online or what the deal is. So I'll have to see what happens.
I'm sure it will be online. But yeah, do you have any other Foot Lockers in the area?
No, there's just this one at the local mall, and they didn't get that last one. So once I found out, there was some map at some point where they were showing which ones were going to get it, and the closest one was like Cincinnati or something like that. It was not close, 4 hours.
Wow.
So, yeah, at that point, you know, you're...
So, just a heads up, Jesse James is saying download the Shumi app because the Michael Jordan Fanatic...
I would assume Fanatic.
Yeah, the Fanatic one is still showing up, he says. It's showing available now. So I would download that, and then maybe you can get your hands on that thing right now as we speak.
Oh, yeah, here it is. It says it's not mint. which normally I don't care because most of mine are out of the box, but that one's probably one I'm going to, they want $26 for that. Yeah, I may check that out. Thanks a lot, Jesse. That's awesome.
Yeah, Jesse James is awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Well, let's see. Are you into mystery boxes by any chance? Do you order any of those?
Yeah, actually, we were talking about the budget earlier. Wes over at Poppin' Off Toys posted a mystery box today that I really wanted to order. It had a couple really cool Star Wars exclusives in there, including like a glow-in-the-dark Vader and some older ones. But then when I looked at the whole list of 20, there was quite a few things in the sort of more valuables that I wanted to get. But I've kind of already blown my budget for the month. I went out last week. You were talking about the pop of the week, and I just posted a video of this today, so I'm not going to walk you through all these. But I got the all of these Star Wars Celebration Convention exclusives. So this is the Walgreens online only Darth Maul, and this is probably my favorite one. I told you guys I like Stormtroopers, so this is the I think Target online only Stormtrooper, and I've got them all sitting here. The other cool one was all the 6 Chrome, and then here's Watto.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Which was the Hot Topic exclusive. There was 2 at Hot Topic, but again, I made that round at the mall the other day, and just boom, 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 and everybody had them. And then I got online and ordered everything, and over the last week they've all shown up. So
awesome.
I'm all set. I got one of each. All the boxes are in good shape, and I'm happy. I really lucked out there. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, so Celebration is a cool convention. I went a couple years back, and it was a lot of fun. And this one, seeing the pictures, and a friend of mine from work actually went, and he had a blast. He was texting me about it. So the next go around, depending on how this movie is, I would probably go to the next go around. Because my assumption is that it'll be back in Florida, because that seems like their favorite place to go. So I would totally go again. The last time I went, I posted a photo of it the other day. I got my Emperor Palpatine signed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I had him right on there, unlimited power. So he signed it with unlimited power. Yeah. So they give you like a little sticker.
Amazing.
They give you like a little sticker that basically confirms that it's real. I also had the ticket that I received when I was buying the autograph. So that's really cool. That was a cool experience, and to see that the Emperor is coming back really blew my mind. Because when I got this signed, I remember it took me like no kidding. It took me like 4 to 5 hours to get this signed. To wait.
I believe it.
Well, and the reason was because the Ian McDermott, the actor, was out roaming around, and he was doing pictures and things with people. And he's older, so it was harder for him to get around, apparently. And when I got it signed, I remember telling people when I got back, I was like, yeah, I got my Palpatine pop signed. It took forever. I had to wait 5 hours. They're like, oh, you're so stupid. Why would you wait? Not literally, but they're like, oh, you waited so long. Why would you wait so long for him? Why wouldn't it be like, Luke Skywalker or something like that? And I was like, yeah, no, I don't know. I said, I just really like the villain characters. And guess what? Look at me now. That's right. The Emperor's back, and I got it signed. Who's stupid now? I've been waiting years to say that, Heather. I don't know if you knew. I don't know if you knew that or not. But I got this signed, and I also got my Darth Maul signed by Sam. What is it?
Wow.
Sam Witwer, and the guy Ray Park, who played Darth Maul.
Voice,
in real life, no, that's Sam Witwer. But Ray Park played him in person in episode 1. So I was happy to have it signed by 2 different people. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's amazing. I don't have any signed pops, but they get those like colored Sharpies and stuff on the boxes, and it is so cool looking. And I would definitely like to add some of those to my collection at some point.
Highly recommend that if you do it. I highly recommend that you do it. But if you do it, take a paint pen with you. Heather explained that to me.
That's what I meant, the paint pens.
Yeah, they're really, really, really nice, and you can get a cool color on your box and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But another part of us enjoying pop collecting is the autographing and going to con thing, which adds a whole
Right.
other layer to it. So we are so deep now that we're customizers now in our own little way. We do the cons and do autographs and then the channel thing, but there's so many different things that go along with the Funko Pop collecting that it's unlike anything that's ever happened in my life. Is that the same kind of thing that for you?
Oh yeah, it's huge. I mean, I've got this whole like second identity, if you will. You know, like I just was watching the Star Wars Celebration stuff, and the exclusive releases were, you know, these blue and gold chrome Funko Pops, and then one Darth Vader Lego set, and then I think Hasbro had like one or two things. And to see Funko on sort of releasing stuff next to Lego, like Lego's been around for a long time. Like nobody doesn't know what Lego is, you know?
Right.
And it just, that kind of hit me. I was like, holy cow, this is a big deal, you know?
Right.
And yeah, it is, like I said, like just when you collect the figures, but then you get into the actual fandom of the different things that you're looking for. And boy, I've really, and you know, like Star Wars, we've been talking about a fair amount, but that stuff is encyclopedic. You know, there's so much to learn, and same with the Marvel stuff. And then you get into the films, and you know, I don't know the names of like all the directors and the actors, and like we were talking about earlier, Chris, then you start to really appreciate film, and there's just so much that you can kind of do with it. And in the case of like, you know, Solo was a great example for me. I had most of those figures before the movie came out, because just like Endgame, this stuff's all on the shelves, but the movie's not available.
Sure.
And you know, Solo's got all these characters, and it was like, who are these people? You know, I don't know who Kira is, or who, you know, like these different robots. And of course we knew who Lando was, but you know, there was quite the Mud Trooper, you know, all that stuff.
Right.
And so it was really cool. I watched the movie differently, having collected, I have every Solo pop that they've made, and having all that when you're actually watching the film, like, made me watch it differently. And specifically on the duplicates of a single character, it's like, oh, there's the one where, you know, Han's in the Mud Trooper outfit before, you know, earlier in the movie. And it just was, yeah, it's a really, like I said, it's made me appreciate the actual content that they come from a lot more. And now, actually, my sister is the biggest Friends TV show fanatic. I mean, she like wins trivia contests, and you can't see, but up there I've got the full set of the new Friends pops. But I've gone back now. I mean, I watched Friends all the time growing up. It was on TV, but I've never actually watched it like top down. And so I'm watching on Netflix a couple shows here and there. And again, I mean, that's going to provide me with, I don't know, months and months of entertainment. And,
Absolutely.
you know, one of the reasons I did that is because I had these figures, and it's like, oh, I want to know what episode this particular scene came from, if you will.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and that's the cool thing. You know, you can pick up your pop, even as obscure as it might be. You can get some of your favorite characters, even if they're like kind of background characters. You can go and pick them up in pop form, which I think is so cool. Because there's some pops that might resonate with you, or characters that resonate with you in a film that might not resonate with me. And we have the opportunity to go out and buy that particular figure. I think that's neat.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very fun stuff for sure.
So, okay. So, your channel, you're working on it. You have, I'm assuming you have some big things coming our way. What can you say about your channel?
Yeah, I'm excited to get it going. We were kind of talking offline before, and you know, I got a bunch of different things that, like I said, we're about to do this basement renovation, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot going on with that. And I've got a variety of different Lego builds that I'm working on, especially this baseball stadium. But there's almost weekly unboxing stuff, like you were saying. I've got a box of from Shumi over here that I'm going to probably unbox tomorrow and throw up. And with all the Toy Story 4 stuff coming out, I'm excited about all that. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited about what's to come, and it's been fun getting it going. But I also want to start doing some stuff that's more interactive. You know, I enjoy hanging out with folks like you, and it's always great to show appreciation and support for the people who are out there, and that being a part of that community is one of the best parts of being online and having the YouTube channel. So I've got a whole list of ideas of interviews and just group chat kind of stuff that I would love to be doing down the road once I kind of figure out all the technology and go from there. So it's been a lot of fun stuff.
I see a lot of potential, and it's funny because it seems like every day you see a new pop channel pop up, or a new channel that's very similar to the Gastlecast pop up every single day, and there are only a select few that hang in there and actually make it through. Like Heather and I, we've been around for almost 2 years now, right? So 2 years in August, I think. So we're getting very close to that 2 years. But it's hanging in there, grueling. Sometimes it could be grueling because you're wondering the whole time, why am I not getting enough views? Where are my views? But as long as you're because you're a newer channel and you're new to all this stuff, the best advice I can give to you is bear with it and enjoy yourself. When you stop enjoying doing what you're doing, then that's when you're just like, well, see you later. I'm out. Bye. As long as you're enjoying it, stick with it. Work hard. And I will tell you one thing about you. You are a really, how can I say that? You're a very easygoing person. And when you talk, and I think this might even probably go with you being a professor, but when you talk, I want to listen to what you're saying. And I think you have that going for you.
Thanks, man. That means a lot.
Yeah, I happen to have a very, in my opinion, I have a very annoying voice. I've heard that a couple times. But I try to be loud and funny. Sometimes that works out, doesn't it? No, it never works out. That's right. But it's always about having a good time. So here's the thing.
I was just going to say something, but
of course.
you
and
can't
by the way,
even take a breath.
Jetta Patrol is here, and I just want to say hi. If it wasn't for Jetta Patrol, we wouldn't even be where we're at. So we have a big thanks out to him for helping us and getting us to where we've gotten. His channel is awesome, and we love watching him, and we like to work with him as much as we possibly can. He's such a good dude, and he takes care of a lot of other channels. But Heather, go ahead. I'm sorry, I digress.
Oh, I was just going to say being loud doesn't do anything for anybody. When a lot of my friends watch our videos, they're like, I couldn't watch past the first 20 seconds because Chris was screaming. Why does Chris scream?
I would suggest that they hang in there a couple more seconds because they might enjoy my screaming. That's all I'm saying. It gets better.
You are the loudest person I've ever met in my life.
I am not that loud.
You are so
I am not
loud.
that loud, Heather. Are you really serious? Your friends don't like me?
No, it's not that they don't like you. They don't like their speakers being blown out by your
yell that loud. You're being silly.
You do.
You're being silly.
No, you do.
You're being silly.
You're really loud.
So what I want to do, actually, I was talking about. I was talking to Heather about this. We were supposed to go to Awesome Con next Friday, and we decided to go. We decided not to go. It's a local con in DC. We decided not to go, which brings me to my next idea.
Not yet.
We say idea. We say idea
Not
here in
yet.
Baltimore. No,
I'm
gonna suggest it now.
Listen.
And
I think that's what we say here in Tennessee.
We'll see where it goes.
No. Listen. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not okay with you interrupting me.
Oh, go ahead.
No. It's okay.
Oh, no. I'm in real trouble now. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
I'm in real... Look at her face. No, look at it. All of you. Look at her face. She's angry. No, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
No, I don't even have it anymore. I have no idea what I was going to say.
You left?
Yeah.
It's gone?
Yep.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're the first invite I'm going to give right now. And this is if it actually happens. So let's see how the week plays out. But what I'm thinking is bringing on 5 other channels that we've interviewed thus far, bring them on live with us next Friday at the same time, and all of us sit down and hang out and talk. If you'd be interested, you're the first person I'm going to invite, and I'll invite 4 more channels.
Yeah, sounds awesome. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. We could all hang out and talk. If it doesn't work right now, then we'll do it later on. But for now, that's something that I'd be interested in doing. But we'll figure out where we are from there.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate the advice because I do enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy the technology and I'm learning stuff. One thing Jen and I actually have in common is that we're both musicians, and we've kind of joked about that before. But so I use audio and video equipment a lot in my teaching, but my college students are really smart, and so sometimes I just don't have to deal with it anymore because they're running circles around me because it's on their phone and they've known how to do it since they were 5. So it's been kind of nice to get my hands back on the gear and talk about my hobby and all that kind of stuff. But you're right. I mean, there are days where you like work really hard on something and it feels like no one watched it at all. And you do ask yourself that question, especially as a teacher and a parent. It's like, I spent 3 hours on that. Is that the best use of my time? But like you said, I'm having a blast doing it, and as long as that's the case, I don't need a huge community. It's just nice to know the people who are out there and be able to actually make a connection with them and talk shop, which is what we all love doing.
Exactly.
So
we're doing we're doing what we like to do. We're talking about what we like to talk about. If I weren't on here right now talking live to people about pops and things, I would be on my phone chatting with my friends that also like Funko Pops. So either way, I'm talking about the same thing. Why not come on, hang out, show my personality on our channel, and have a good time? Because I'll be honest with you, some weeks, most weeks, Heather and I are running around. We are so busy. We have so much going on, especially with the wedding. This kind of gives us a little bit of a break, a little bit of downtime, and some fun, just having a good conversation, good chat about things that we love. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
Right, yeah.
All right.
She's lying, by the way.
No, I'm not.
You're not? You're being dead serious?
Yeah.
I love to hear that. That's what gets me excited. But it's always fun to come on live and talk to our friends who do exactly the same thing. Because in our normal daily life, walking around and telling people, hey, I collect Funko Pops, I have a lot of Funko Pops, and I have a channel about Funko Pops, they look at me and their head spins so fast that I feel like it's going to pop off their shoulders.
Yeah. They call them, those little dolls you have. Have you ever gotten that one before?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
it's like, oh.
So it's always good. It's always good to come on and talk to people that have the same likes and dislikes and stuff like this. So it's fun. I enjoy this. So I suggest to keep doing it if you enjoy it. And you certainly have, in my opinion, Heather can agree or disagree, you certainly have the personality perfect for this. When you talk and stuff, I want to hear what you have to say.
You already said that.
No, I know I've said that, but I'm saying that when he talks, it's I want to hear what he has to say, and I think that's going to be the driving force. He's very clear when he talks and stuff that, and I think that's what's going to really resonate, make your videos really, really awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing what more content that you come out with. But for next Friday, we will I'm going to try to put something together and bring a bunch of people on at the same time, and we can all yell at each other and have a good time. I think it'll be fun.
Sounds like a blast. And I want to say, again, thanks so much for inviting me on. I mean, we set this up, months ago, and put it on my calendar, and I've been really excited about it. But, I have just been getting going on this thing, and it's always great to meet new folks and get a chance to sit down and chat, and I know how much time it takes, especially with the wedding coming up. I mean, it is selfless that you guys, do this every week and put out the videos, and just really appreciate it. So thanks a lot.
I am inches away from death every time we do this.
Yeah.
Inches. Heather's like, how could you do this when we're getting married? By the way, Bearded Pop Hunter says, Pop Professor won't play me in Madden. No more excuses.
What? Not true. Not true, BPH. I sent you a Instagram today trying to hook you up, brother. I found My Hero Academia at Hot Topic, which I don't know the first thing about, but I know that that's his jam. So I got a PlayStation 4 not that long ago, and I've been having a blast. And I don't play online because back in my day we didn't play online. I'm just figuring it out. So he and I hooked up on there, and one of these days he is gonna just kick my tail, but that's okay. I still enjoy. I enjoy playing Madden. I throw way too many interceptions. I pretty much play Madden 19 and Battlefront 2. So if anybody out there watching wants to play, I would love to hop in with some folks and get schooled on how to make the online thing happen in real time. I play online in like multiplayer games, but I've never actually done it with people I know. I'm not sure how like the microphone situation works. I need like 101 schooling, but I'm sure I can figure it out. It can't be that hard.
Let me know, because I'll help you out with that. That's not hard.
Yeah, Jetta, if I could get Bearded Pop Hunter to play Battlefront 2, we can shut all this down. That's when the nerd juice is. I'm working on it. If I win Madden 19, Bearded Pop Hunter has to play me in Battlefront 2.
Boom! Oh my God, challenge! There's a challenge.
Gauntlet, throw it down, buddy.
There's a challenge on the table. Jetta mentions that next Friday is going to be Endgame Madness that will be happening. We would have already watched Endgame on Thursday, and I'm going again on Saturday morning. So I'll talk to people. I'll see what's going on. If it just means we come online and people will re-watch it, Friday night usually works best for us for this interviewing stuff. So we'll try to get that on the table. And if you're good with that, then you're the first person on the roster, and we'll ask some more people to come on with us.
Yeah, I'll check my calendar and get back with you guys right away. And like you said, if it doesn't work out then, I'd love to do it some other time. This has been a lot of fun.
We could always plan it again. Well, listen, it was great. It was great having you on, and we wish you great success with your channel and anything that we can do. As far as I don't know, even as far as like your PlayStation and you getting your chat and things set up, just reach out. We'll do what we can to help you. We got your back.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, make sure you go and check out the Pop Professor's channel. Check out his Instagram. We actually put his Instagram down below his video right there at the Pop Professor. His YouTube has actually been posted down here in the chat section as well. So go check him out. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. And also hit the little bell. That way you'll know anytime he goes online or posts something new or goes live. So you guys will want to check that out. Dude, thank you so much for being on here with us.
Yeah, thank you again, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And best of luck getting ready for the wedding. I wish you guys the best of success, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. And same goes to you. Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll catch you later, okay?
All right. Take care, y'all.
All right. Later.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, what a night, Heather. We had a good time. It was fun. We got to talk to the Pop Professor. He's a great guy. So highly suggest you go and check out all of his stuff.
Bearded Pop Hunter is asking if there are any bloopers. We have not recorded tonight.
No, we have not recorded yet.
There are normally a ton of bloopers, but Chris has never once taken my advice to post them, and I took it upon myself to post that video that you guys saw on Instagram. What was it, 2 weeks ago or last week?
That's right.
And everyone really seemed to enjoy it.
They did. I need to work on that.
Even if you're not posting a long video of all of our bloopers, you should do like a blooper reel at the end, even if it's just one stupid thing.
Yeah. I need to work on that. You're right.
Because we are hilarious.
Going through the editing process, sometimes you're just really cutting it up and throwing away the garbage.
But it's not garbage. It's gold.
But sometimes you might... You're on number, I think it's 4.
No, it's like 6 or 7 or 8.
Sometimes you don't recognize that you have gold, right? So I'm down here, I'm cutting out what is like the crap to try to make it like a good video. And sometimes I overlook that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I'll have to get a little bit better about that. We've never done that before with the blooper stuff, but we'll have to do that in the future for sure. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. We'll be back on Sunday. Sunday fun day.
We have dinner.
We do. It's earlier in the day. We'll be fine. We'll be back. We'll be back at 7 or 8. One of those times. We'll probably back at 8. We'll post it on Instagram. Check out Instagram because that's how you'll know anytime we go live. We always post right on Instagram. Remember always to check over at alltimetoys.com. They have everything you're looking for, from Hot Toys, Marvel Legends, Lego. They've got it all. alltimetoys.com. They're amazing. And $7 a pop, by the way. Shout out to them because they have awesome pop protectors. They have them in all shapes and sizes. Go and check out $7 a pop. Local friends, both All Time Toys and $7 a pop. local friends. So check them out, both of them. Heather, any final words before we go out tonight?
No.
None?
Mm-mm.
At all? You look angry. Are you angry?
No.
No? Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. Whew. It's going to make it an easy night for me. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Remember to go over and check us out on our Instagram at Gastlecast. And right here, hit that like button, comment, leave your comments on our videos and things. Subscribe, hit that little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or we post new content. We have new content coming your way. It's been slow. I've been working on my custom pop for the wedding. It's been tough.
You've worked on it for like 30 minutes.
No, I worked on it for 2 days for about an hour each time.
30 minutes each time.
No, it's been longer than that.
Tonight you started
She's
at
lying.
7.
She's lying. It's not true.
Tonight you started at 7, you ended at 7:30.
Here we go. Telling the truth all the time. Always got to make me look bad. I'm going to die. Guys, this is your time. This is where you get to actually say in the chat section, we hunt together, we love together, we make fun of Chris together, we wedding together, we custom pop together. Now is your time. So here we go to the outro, guys. We love you. Remember, we hunt together, yes. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.